Hello, my name is Piotr, I'm from Ready Games, and in this short video I would like to show you how to play Boss Rush mode. This mode will be available on Tabletopia very soon, and we will focus on main differences and new stuff apart from the first scenario. So before trying this mode, I highly recommend to play the first scenario on the Tabletopia. So without further ado, we will go to the setup. So this is the setup for the Boss Rush mode. The map and the tiles are set in this way, and in each Boss Rush mode it will be set like this. As you can see, we use some decks from the first scenario, like Enemies of the Crown, Shop, but with 8 cards. We use Wounded cards and Gravely Wounded cards. We use Hero class decks. We use resources, tokens, one shortcut, Hell Progress track, and we also use new stuff like those counter cards, the new card for the boss, and the new randomizer deck. Okay, so now I will tell more about Boss Rush mode rules. There are a few differences, and the first one I would like to talk about are those tokens on the map. They are set in the setting phase by using those randomizer cards, and in this particular Boss Rush there are 6 total tokens. There is a special field action corresponding with the tokens. The heroes can use the field action to take such token, but villains can do the same thing when they scheme and they move to the location of a token. And if they take such a token, they put it on the corresponding counter cards. Villains also have an ability to destroy some tokens. When they move to the location with a token, the token is destroyed and taken from the game. How those tokens work with villains is all written on the back side of the boss card. Okay, now I will tell you more about the round overview. It is almost the same as in the first scenario, but there are some new phases for the player phase, and some phases are different. So maybe I will show you this by playing actually. So to start we will have to clear an action pool. Nothing changed there, except you can have up to 10 gold coins that you do not have to discard, and also 4 movement tokens like normal. After that you will receive, that's a new phase, you will receive 5 gold tokens, 2 movement tokens and a buy action token. After that there's a move action which plays as normal, so you can spend movement tokens and destroy card. Because in Boss Rush mode each card that is played are not going to your discard pile, but instead goes to your destroy pile. I will tell you more about this in a second. So after moving, you will build your action pool and buy. Okay, so in this phase I would like to play some cards, and I would play Rocket Science. This is my church card, and they are played as regular. I also want to play Pocket Money to get 2 more gold tokens. I will play Better to Restock to generate 1 resource. I will take the blue one. I will also play the resources to generate any resource of my choice. I will take the yellow one. And I don't want to play boxing technique because I don't think it's beneficial right now, so I will instead keep it in my hand. So in this phase I can also spend my buy action token, which I'm going to do, to buy card from shops. I will spend 3 gold to buy a sack, and I can play it right away because I have a resource to put on it. And I will also spend the resource here to buy one more time, and I will pay 3 gold tokens to buy another card, Wind Up Crow, and this card goes to my discard pile right here. So I finished my building an action pool and buying phase. Now it's time to perform a field action. Unfortunately, there's nothing here where I'm standing, and in this mode you can perform few field actions like fight. You fight when you're on the same location as an enemy, and the fight goes just like in the first scenario. You can trade if you're on the same location with an ally, or you can perform the take action if you are on the location with the token. Okay, so after a field action, you should discard or destroy cards. So each card that was played during your turn are going to your destroy pile, and each card that I have in my hand are going to my discard pile. So this goes to my discard pile, and those cards that I played goes to my destroy pile. Cards from the discard pile can be used to form a deck once your deck is gone, but cards from your destroy pile are not going to be used anymore during this game. They might be needed to score some points at the end of the game though. So after that I'm going to draw 5 new cards, and that's going to end my turn. So after my turn, there's the villain phase, and the villain scheme is shown on the backside of the boss card. So in this particular boss rush, the villain's moves, so this one will go here, and those two will go over there. Using shortcuts is a little bit different in this mode, because you can enter a shortcut only from the location near the boss, and you can go through shortcut to the starting tile, not the other way around. So you cannot go from here to here, only from near the boss location to the start tile. Now I will tell you something about the boss rush card. This particular one is called the Banshee, and she's a mini boss, and as you can see it looks almost the same as an enemy of the crown card. The boss has its health, its weaknesses and retaliation, but also a special rule, and this one says that each damage not prevented from the retaliation is the player receives not a wounded status card but a gravely wounded status card. So this is the front of the card, and the back of the card looks like this. It's a set of rules and villain scheme, and the Banshee has an ability called Echo Scream that she cannot be choose to fight unless all 3 portals are taken out of the map, and to destroy and close such portal, a player must perform an action in the field action phase just to remove the portal. There also cannot be any enemy of the crown, and while those 2 conditions are met, the players can fight the mini-boss. Also here you can see the meaning of all tokens and what they do while they are on a hero counter card or on a villain counter card. So the villains destroy those tokens, but they can take those tokens here, and for each token on the villain counter card they have +1 white, so any retaliation and -1 weaknesses, and you can choose which one is gone. And heroes can use those tokens to trade resources before the fight action, and they can use these tokens and destroy them after use to push the enemy back by 2 spaces. So when those tokens are used, they are not destroyed, but they are put on the map one more time by using those special cards. They show exactly where you're supposed to put the token. And here there's how the villain schemes. So after each hero phase, there's the villain phase, and the villain moves as the pattern shown here on the boss card. Now I will tell you something about the winning conditions. So in order to win a boss rush mode, the players have to defeat the main boss. That's the only way to win. But players can lose. There are 2 ways that the party can lose. The first one is when the track marker reaches the last 10th space. And the second option is when the villain miniature will move to the starting location. After the players win, they can score the points. So each player should take their decks and find each shop card that is currently in their deck or discard pile. They have to find each enemy of the crown from either discard pile, deck or destroyed pile, and each wounded and gravely wounded cards from their deck, discard pile or from underneath the player's board. Each shop card is worth the value of the points written in the bottom right corner. Enemies, the same situation. Each gravely wounded card is worth -2 points, and each wounded card is worth -1 point. Players also add to the total score numbers of turns that they have till the end of the progress track, and that is the total score for this boss rush. Players can also try one more time to beat the score.